Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. It's good to see you all. Let's see who is with us today. We've got a bunch. Excellent. Michael's here. Lefe's here. Brianna's here. Michael, Meme Lord, Tom is here. Yeah, it's hot everywhere, isn't it? 'Tis the season, right? I'm just checking in on your on the chat so far. Janine is here. Hi, Janine. Meme Lord is here. Got some fun. DB is here. What's up? All right. It is good to see everybody, and happy Sunday, everyone. I wanted to start with a little concert review from last night. We had a wonderful time in New York City last night. They let us in, they let us back out, and New York City still survives, so I consider it a good evening. We saw Jordan Rudess do a solo gig at the City Winery in Lower Manhattan, right along the Hudson River. Hey, Freak 49, welcome. Good to see you. Megan and I have gone to several concerts and events at the City Winery in New York City, but this was our first time at their new location, and I gotta say, it was a wonderful experience. I'm going to give a little bit of a shout out to the City Winery. It's a great room. They've got great prices for New York, and the food is quite good. It's right along the Hudson River. It's right next to Chelsea Market. It was a lovely evening. We parked adjacent to Chelsea Market in New York. We spent about an hour and a half walking around Chelsea Market, enjoying ourselves. We walk over, and right at the pier along the water, there's the City Winery, and we sit down and we have lovely service. We drink some wine, we have some food, and then Jordan Rudess comes out and plays for 90 minutes. And it was a really astounding thing, y'all. A little bit of what Jordan played here. I hope that the sound isn't bad. Y'all tell me. There's nothing much I can do if it goes bad. Anywho, set list. Jordan did a lot of improvising last night. He's a man after my own heart. I love improvising, and it's fun to be able to see someone that proficient on their instrument do that stuff. Reza, yes, he did do some Dream Theater stuff. I'm going to run through a little bit of what he played. He opened with a little improv. Then he played a Bach piece. And then he did a lot of stuff with some technology. He had a backing orchestral track that he played to. He did, this is cool. He was talking about this new software, and I think it's called Moises, Moises. I haven't looked it up myself, but what he was able to do was take an older track, and the software apparently can split up the tracks and give you an isolated vocal, an isolated keyboard, an isolated guitar, drums, bass, and that sort of thing. And so he played Moonchild with Greg Lake's vocals, and he got to accompany it. It was really, really interesting. It was quite fun. That he did sort of a medley of prog covers, including some Pink Floyd that we listened to here on Friday. He played the old standard Stardust, and that was wonderful. He did another thing with that software, playing Soon with with John Anderson. I mean, come on. It was like you're looking at on stage, and there's John Anderson's voice from the recording that we all know, and Jordan's playing along with it in real time as a concert. It was a interesting duet to hear. Really, really great. He did the same thing with an Elton John tune, Your Song. And it was quite wonderful to hear Elton's recorded vocals, and then Jordan sang last night. It takes courage to do that if you are not accustomed to singing in front of people. But he did Beneath the Surface, Dream Theater song, and it was quite lovely. Later on, he did the David Bowie song Space Oddity, and sang that one as well. Really great stuff. Thank you, Pack Rat. Asking if I've looked into synthwave or dark synth. I have not, but I will try to look into that one. Excellent. Kevin, yeah, that's tricky. Kevin says, I hate to be the negative Nelly, but I can't say I'm a fan of music being played without the musicians. You know, I don't know how I feel about it yet, but in the moment, it was very, very cool to see how he improvised and embellished the arrangements that we might be accustomed to, but the vocal is the one that we're accustomed to hearing. It's really, really interesting. It's really, really interesting. Yeah. Let's see, what else did he do? He did some stuff on his app, GeoShred, which was really, really fascinating to watch him do that. And then he ended with a huge, like 15 or 16-minute medley of Dream Theater themes. And that was really fascinating to watch him do that. Chris, he did play a little bit of classical stuff. The first piece he did was kind of an improvised, classically infused piece, and then he played a partita from Bach near the front of the show. But I was trying to keep track to see how many of the Dream Theater inclusions in that medley that I could pick out, and I couldn't pick out all of them, but I did get that there was some Illumination Theory in there. He did some Ministry of Lost Souls. He did some of the Dance of Eternity, and from Octavarium. I'm trying to remember. I thought I heard a little bit of the Count of Tuscany in there. There was a little bit from A View from the Top of the World in there as well, and the rest of it I really don't remember. Excellent, excellent, excellent. It was just a lot of fun. And y'all, the fun thing is, we were sitting down and having dinner before the show. The doors opened at 6. The show was at 8. Brianna says that the alien is in it. There you go. It was all cool, and I got about half of it, I think. But the cool thing was, so we're sitting down at dinner, and one of our very good friends, Bill C. Bill is one of our Council of Doug's members, and Bill came and spent the evening with us and enjoyed the concert with us. And we're sitting there, and we're eating, and we're having some wine. It's about a half hour before the show. Oh, Maggie's here.
Hi.
Hello.
Better
Turn this around.
Oh,
and Bill's like, John Petrucci sighting, and like behind us, coming in the door, there's John.
Yeah.
And he sits down, and he's back in the back, sitting down having dinner, and enjoying the show. And I got to say hi to John for a second backstage.
That was really nice, actually. We did get to go backstage, and when we got back there, John Petrucci and the folks he was with kind of came passing by us after having talked with Jordan, and he looked at Doug, and kind of got like that kind of knowing look in his eyes, like, oh, you're familiar, I think I know, and he just was like, you just felt like warmth from him, like, because
it was a really great
I think
energy.
he knew we weren't gonna bug him, and he smiled and said and was like, hey, and just had this like warm, like kind, open smile, he just seemed like a really,
it was really fun.
I was like, it was just a hi, but it was very impactful for me.
Who was that that said that Andrew asked, am I familiar with liquid tension experiment? Yes, I am.
Yeah.
They had some of LTE's recordings for sale at the merch desk last night. Our friend Bill got the LP of LTE 3, I believe, and Wired for Madness, which is Jordan's most recent solo album. And we got to go backstage and not only talk a little bit with John, but to talk a little bit with Jordan as well. And I got a picture with Jordan, and we put that on our social media.
Oh, yeah, you did put it out.
It's on my Instagram and my Facebook and my Twitter, actually. I put it everywhere.
On my phone.
Because that was cool to be able to get and see Jordan. But y'all probably want to see... Oh, did you pull it up? From phone to phone.
From phone to phone.
Yeah, Jordan. He's a really, really nice guy.
He's such a nice guy.
And one of the things that I really...
Extremely giving of his time, which I think is really amazing.
For sure.
So...
And the thing that just really gets me about Jordan is just how well-spoken he is on stage. He's very comfortable in his own skin, and I love it when these performers take time in between each song to talk to the audience about, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is a new technology, this is how it works, and he's just enjoying it was a hometown show for him. He had family there, and he's lived in New York, I think, for a long time. So
it kind of felt like just hanging out with him in his studio is really what it felt like.
The only thing,
like, here, let me show you this tool that I use.
The only thing I wish that was different was a bigger piano, because I'm like, that $5.5 foot grand is come on now, where's the 9 foot, where's the 10 foot grand, come on now, it's Jordan Rudess, come on. Anyway,
you use what you got, though.
That's true. And use it he did. It was very fun. So y'all want to hear
and talk about warm people, just having a warm countenance.
For sure.
That's Jordan.
Megan's got her Council of Doug shirt on.
I am wearing a Council of Doug shirt.
So y'all want to know what we have picked for this week, I am sure. So the funny thing is, so last night we're at the show, and it's before the concert, and we're chit-chatting with our friend Bill, who's there with us at the same table, and we're talking about the channel. And I said, well, I've got Wednesday and Friday figured out, but I don't think I have a selection that's nailed down for Monday. And he said, do you have any options or any thoughts? And he thought for a minute, and this is so great. He thought for a minute, and he said, well, the recommendation that I sent in and that got put on the master list is for a Metal Monday, and it has been on the list for quite a while. Just saying. So I had to go look.
Good on you, Bill. Good
on you, Bill. Because Bill's like, hey, I've got Doug right here, and he's asking me, why would I not support my own thinking here?
Absolutely.
So I am going with Bill's selection because, one, it has been on the list for quite a while, and it is for Pain of Salvation, the band Pain of Salvation.
I'm here for it.
And I have only listened to like one song by Pain of Salvation and on the channel, and that was King of Loss from July 1st of last year. So it's been more than a year. It's been more than a year since I've listened to Pain of Salvation on the channel, and Bill has suggested to us the song Beyond the Pale. And so it's one that I don't know, but I did spot check it. Metal it is. It's gonna fit for us for tomorrow. But Bill was recounting seeing this band on Cruise to the Edge. Bill got to go and see them participating and performing on that, and he said they were one of his favorite bands from that entire experience. So he reiterated, hey, some Pain of Salvation would be good for the channel, and that's what we're gonna do on Monday. Beyond the Pale from our good friend Bill C. That's gonna be fun.
Great.
We're not doing Tuesday and Thursday videos for this month and next month, just as a reminder, because I'm teaching some classes, and Tuesdays and Thursdays are my teaching and research days. And so it's quite difficult to be able to continue to put videos out all of those days, right? But so we've got a Monday, a Wednesday, and a Friday selection this week. So Pain of Salvation was on Monday. Wednesday, y'all, I recently went back through a bunch of the submissions and recommendations that come through our Discord from our patrons, and this is a codified way that members of our community can specifically make sure that stuff gets in front of my eyes. And it's like, and it can go through and be upvoted and supported by members of the community.
Right.
So the last time, about a week ago, that I went through and was doing a whole batch of taking a look at the upvoting and what's been submitted on the recommendations, the one that got a whole bunch of upvotes, y'all, Dire Straits, Telegraph Road.
Yeah.
And it moved them they were on the list already, but all of that support, that new support went, whoosh, they're right to the front of the line. And so I'm going to be looking at Telegraph Road by Dire Straits on Wednesday. All right, Dan, rock and roll. Right on.
Excellent.
Thank you for submitting this.
Thanks, Dan.
It got big upvoting from the community. I know this piece, but I don't know it well, and it's been a long time since I listened to it.
Tom P is excited.
Good job,
It's a
Tom.
big yes. I love it.
They're straight. It's dire. They're in dire straits. So yeah, we did Sultans of Swing from Dire Straits last month, and a bunch of y'all enjoyed that video, and so I'm happy to get back to Dire Straits on Wednesday.
I'm
So that's
excited.
going to be fun.
I love Dire Straits.
Okay,
So,
what next?
excited for
What next? Friday. Okay, so we have been during the month of July on this continuation theme.
Yeah.
We first finished the Deep Purple Machine Head Side 2.
Oh God, so good.
That was awesome. Last week we finished Dark Side of the Moon.
I mean,
Side 2.
it doesn't
I'm
get much
still
better than that.
excited from that.
Yeah.
This coming Friday we're going to finally close the loop on Tubular Bells.
Finally.
I'm going back to
Closing the
Tubular
loop.
Bells by Mike Oldfield in December, the very first part of December. Hi, JJ. Welcome. The first part of December 3rd, 2021 is when I did part 1, or side 1
Yeah.
of Tubular Bells. I have delayed it for half a year. More than half a year.
Y'all.
And so it's finally time to get to side 2. It's a side that I have not heard.
Closing the loop.
So
the loop is closed.
So we've
Yes,
got
Ephesians 6.
a nice carpool this week. Pain of Salvation on Monday with Beyond the Pale. Dire Straits on Wednesday with Telegraph Road.
Yeah.
And Tubular Bells Side 2. All of Side 2 by Mike Oldfield will be on Friday. Great stuff. As soon as we're done here, y'all want to know what the next Extended Play Lounge is going to be? Ziggy Stardust. I am recording Ziggy Stardust, an entire album reaction, as soon as we're done here. And I can get some lunch.
That is exciting.
You gotta have priorities. That is what has
That
won
is exciting.
the latest poll, and so we've got some David Bowie coming for the Patreon community. Just late last night, I posted the latest behind the score for our Patreon community, and that uses a song by Queen that we're diving into with score. So we've got a lot of great options. So if you have been on the fence about joining the Patreon community, the water is quite wet right now. It's summertime. Jump right on in, y'all. You know,
Dude,
bathing suit, no
water-
bathing suit. We don't care. Just jump in the pool, y'all. It's fine.
we love you all here, and we would love for you to come over and hang out with us on the Patreon.
We have a great time.
and in our Discord.
For sure.
We love that whole we love this whole Daily Doug community, and it's really, and it's just it's such an awesome thing to be able to like hang out and kind of virtually hang out together over on the Discord, chatting about whatever, listening to stuff on what we call Daily Doug Radio, our music bot that we've got over there. And it's as much as, you know, we hear from a lot of folks about how much they appreciate Doug and I, and we might appreciate you all more because you all have done I don't quite have the words. You all have done so much for us, and we're very, very grateful for all of you, for this community.
Daniel is saying that Weird Wednesday needs to return, and he is suggesting Primus, Diablo Swing Orchestra, Zappa.
Those are all good.
Yeah, we need to get back to some.
We need to get back to some Weird Wednesday.
During these summer months, Wednesday is it can be anything, because I'm still gonna keep the metal songs on Mondays, and I'm still going to keep, I think, the focus on masterpiece, longer tunes or album sides on Fridays. So Wednesdays, while we're not doing Tuesday and Thursday videos, become just whatever is most on my mind that week. But we've got more Zappa on the list, and I think I've got some Diablo Swing Orchestra on the list as well.
That's
I think
cool.
we do, yeah.
Awesome.
We've got some Wobbler on the list.
Need to get caught up on what's on the list here,
I've got some Gong, I think, that may make a Weird Wednesday in the coming weeks. Not immediately, but we'll see. We'll let you know. How about that? Cool. Andrew was asking maybe I can get an interview with the guys from Wobbler.
That'd be cool.
Well, if they just wobble on over here. I think we could do that.
I love your dad jokes.
Or waddle, not wobble. Waddle. Waddle? Maybe I waddle. If I waddle and they wobble, the world's going to be a good place again. How about that? Yeah. Peter likes the Gong thing. Megan has no idea what to...
I don't know how to
The best thing is just to not say anything in response, because...
it's just...
Otherwise, you're just encouraging me, and we don't need that. We don't need any of that. It was a great week. It was a busy week with going to the couple of shows. We loved the John Anderson show.
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
Especially on Sundays.
Sorry, what were you saying?
We loved seeing John on Thursday night, John Anderson,
man,
and then seeing Jordan
amazing.
last night. And
incredible performance,
and really great friends of the channel that come up and say hello. I love it when y'all come up and say hi.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to meet everybody and to get to heap praises upon you all
for sure
in person.
Yeah, I had one guy though. This is the first time that this has happened. I had one guy come up to me at the John Anderson show. And he's like, hey, this particular song, I'm doing Jersey because we were in North Jersey, and the guy had a Jersey accent. He says, hey, the song that you were listening to before, I will leave the song off.
Leave the title out?
I'll leave the title out.
Okay.
But he says, you got it wrong. You need to listen to it again. Come on.
I actually
give him another chance.
I appreciate that too, honestly. Like, yeah, let him, do you, is there something that you feel like Doug got wrong? Or
I didn't have the heart to tell you he was talking about Abba.
He should get... No, he wasn't, because you've not done Abba on the channel. And listen. People have... Let's get something straight right now.
Aside. This is Megan's talking now. Okay.
People seem to...
Just put it back down. Just calm down.
Let's all calm down.
Let's all calm down a second.
Let's all settle down here. Now, people seem to be under the impression that Megan only listens to Abba, and that's the most favorite, cherished thing in Megan's life.
There's nothing wrong with Abba.
And let me get to it. Stop interrupting. So, let me just make things clear. I love Abba. I have since I was a kid. I still do, and I always will. They are not my end-all be-all, though. Okay, so let's just get this straight, because there's an attachment that's been made, and Abba is wonderful, but Megan's world of music is much, much, much wider than just Abba. So, I love them. I always will. But I am more than just Abba. So.
Oh, Andrew, thank you for your super chat there. That's awfully nice of you. Thank you very much.
So much for that.
Oh boy.
Ephesians 6, preach, Meg.
For sure. I'm just trying to get through all of y'all here.
That's right, Lefe. Don't shut me down.
For sure. Just let it flow. Just let it flow, Megan.
Just stop shutting me down, man.
Arba. Okay. Rock and roll. Y'all, it's going to be a fun week.
Did I say Arba? If I did, I didn't.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Sorry
but
if I
we just wanted to come on and spend a little bit of time with y'all today and let you know about what happened last night. It was great fun, and to let you know what's happening this week. I will recap. Pain of Salvation on Monday. Tomorrow for Metal Monday with their song Beyond the Pale from our good friend Bill C. Thank you, Bill. Wednesday we're doing Dire Straits with Telegraph Road. And then Friday we're doing Tubular Bells from Mike Oldfield, side 2. Side 2. And we'll finish that one up. And then we've got just one more week of July after that. And then it's on to the next, my friends.
To the next.
If you are interested in joining our Patreon, next weekend, on Saturday, we are having our next Daily Doug Community Patreon hangout that is open to the entire community.
Not just for the top tier council
Right.
members, but for everybody.
So normally
in the
it's just
Patreon
the Council of Doug's, the
Yeah.
top tier that's invited to that. We do 2 of these a month, and we listen to tunes, we chat, we hang out for a couple hours at a time. But this coming Saturday, we are inviting all of our tiers to be with us because it's like the 1-year anniversary of us starting our Patreon. We
Yeah.
started it about this time last year.
Yep.
And so we're Fuzzy Dice. You can join. Not everybody there is named Doug. It's fine. He
That's
says my
true.
name is not Doug. Can I join? For sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Please.
We
would
have
love to have you.
we have 3 permanent tiers. The $2 tier doesn't get you access to any of the pre-recorded videos, but it does get you access to vote in the polls and to participate in our Discord community.
Yeah.
At the $5 level, the Doug Club, that gets you access to our extended play lounges, our fan favorites, our behind the scores, all that great content.
Yep.
And the Council of Dougs at $8 a month get you access to all of that stuff, plus the live streams with us. And
Well, they're not live streams; they're Zoom.
for sure,
chats.
hangouts
Yes.
for
It's
sure.
Yeah.
And
Hang out on Zoom.
yeah,
And those are twice a month.
occasionally I wear pants, y'all.
Oh my god. That reminds me, I think I saw earlier in the chat that Lefe said he's still waiting for the Daily Doug underwear collection to come out. So something we can.
I need to work on the branding for that. It's going to be a rainbow
Something
of
we
fun.
can consider. Pants joke landed, yes.
Yeah. It's got text on the front that says "Home with a Whopper" on it.
Andrew Davis, you are exactly right, and thank you. Eagle by Abba is indeed a prog song. You're welcome.
It's just
Thank you.
processed as a pop song. Wow.
Alexander, hey, been watching your videos and really enjoy how you break down the songs, both the history behind them and musically. Keep it up. P.S. You should check out more Dirty Loops. Love Dirty Loops.
I love loops, and the dirtier they are, the better. Y'all.
Alexander, thank you.
Wonderful,
so
wonderful.
very
I do
much.
have Dirty Loops on. I think I've got Work Shit Out and a couple of
Yeah.
other things on the list that I need
Yeah.
to get to.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we try
And hello
to.
to you in Norway, and we would love to come visit there someday.
Dave J says looking
fingers
forward to the
crossed.
Doug Mankini. Well, if it was a Doug Mankini, it would be a Doug Keeney. And
Keeney.
no, I promise you, you're not looking forward to that. You're
No.
Just trust me on that.
Yeah, Pete, Doug will not be the model. I think we would.
We want to.
I mean, I wouldn't mind.
If we
that.
ever came out with a line of underwear and we wanted to actually sell them,
you would need to model.
I would need to model
You would
them.
have to model.
But that's not coming to a channel anytime soon.
True.
Near
this
you.
is true. This
All right.
is true.
We still have lots of other music to
we
get
we
through.
joke about it, but Doug underwear is not going to be happening. So
Thank you, Peter T. Peter T. always bringing it in. We're gonna call it the Helverini. You know,
I love you.
You know
Peter.
what goes good with the Helverini is a Helvertini. That's
you
a
go.
that's a Helver Martini.
Should I come up with like
And Megan likes
A
it
new-
a dirty martini.
a newfangled? I do like a dirty martini.
I'll have a
like a
dirty
lot.
Helvertini, please.
the salt's not good for me, but I love a dirty.
We need to get off of that sort
Yes,
of
we do.
even though it's fun, isn't it? It's fun just to I don't know, to be middle school kids again, isn't it? It's just fun. Speaking of fun, I need to get to the David Bowie recording. Lots of folks are waiting on that, so I'm looking forward
Yes.
to getting to that one next for the extended play lounge. And
I'm gonna go listen to the song Eagle because now it's in my head, and I just need to go ahead and listen.
rock
to
and
it.
roll. So once again,
Thank you, Andrew.
once again this week we've got Pain of Salvation with Beyond the Pale on Monday. We've got Dire Straits with Telegraph Road.
Andrew, you just blow my mind.
Come on now. Come on now.
I
That's going to pay for that extra bottle of wine we got last night. It's exciting. Awesome.
in all seriousness,
It's
that's really incredible, and
I don't know what to say. Thank you.
I don't
Thank
know
you.
what to say either, other than thank
Great
you.
stuff. Great
And
stuff.
we love and appreciate you.
Woohoo.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so Pain of Salvation, Dire Straits, and Tubular Bells.
Ephesians 6 says, "What the heck, Andrew? Make us all look bad." That's not true. That's not true. That's funny.
I don't
And I know
think-
that you meant that humorously, but it's just not true. It's not true.
Seth is right. I did instruct Abba on how to phonetically pronounce English. And that was just a conversation ender, wasn't it? Megan's like, I'm not going to justify.
What that? I'm sorry. Excuse me.
I'm not going to justify that with a response. That was awful. That was just.
That was a conversation that was just had via expression and eyes, and he got the message.
Crashed and burned.
So.
Crashed and burned. Anyway, I think that you know what that means? That means we're out of things to say. and that means we should say thank you all, and we will see you later on this week on the channel. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
We
Thanks for your
appreciate all of
generosity
you. Yes.
and for your interest in the channel and what we're doing. Much love to all of you. Happy Sunday. Have a good week, y'all. We'll see you along the way. All right? Cheers.